Thank you for tuning in to the Good News Desk. This is where we bring only good news. Let me start over.
The birds are singing, and I like singing too.
Don't, when you point at yourself, don't the microphone.
Oh yeah, good call.
Oh, that's okay, that was it. No, we don't need more. That was good.
Gotta wait till we call action.
Oh, you are all so wrong. Camp is where you go to have fun.
Exactly, Titus.
I know.
You always forget this line.
I see.
time.
Oh, wait, hold on. Am I nature Aaron?
You're nifty nature, Aaron.
I'm gonna call myself that to my mom. Hey mom, yeah, it's your son, Nifty Nature Aaron. Uh-huh.
I thought maybe we'd have a little brainstorming session.
Wrong one. You want us to plan camp activities?
I sure do.
And God's people were doing this.
Do you even know how dangerous that is? Wrong one. Take them to space?
Good night, everyone. Good night. Look, do you see that little duck?
Yeah,
The little
there he
duck
is.
crossing the... Wow, look at that.
There he is.
It's... Bye, little
okay.
buddy. Goodbye.
We didn't do the duck. We didn't do the duck quote earlier, so the duck makes no sense.
I messed that up.
Thank you for tuning in to the Good News Desk. Just to recap, we have two challenges. Okay.
If one of you says we're doing this again,
Okay, so
I am throwing water on you.
just get it. Quish.
I might be looking like you're too tall. Yeah, I don't remember you're that tall.
Okay.
What's the relation, Andrea?
The nifty thing about singing in nature is I like it, and the trees like it too. Right, trees?
Welcome. Thank you for joining us for Sunday Night Live. My name is Andrea Taphorn, and I work in children's ministry here at UALC. You might notice that you can engage with us in a chat feature on your screen. You can sign in and say hello. You should see a prompt to do that in the chat feature on this screen next to the video. Let us know that you're watching with us. You're welcome to be interactive with us while we watch tonight's show. And if you find that at all distracting, you can also make your window full screen and you won't see any of the chat on the side. And if you're having any technical difficulties accessing the chat or with this live stream platform in general, click on the tech support link in the menu links on this page. Also, if that link for the show will also be up all week, so if you find something that catches your funny bone and you want to watch it again, when you go to ualc.org/SNL, you'll find everything you need to know, including tonight's show after we broadcast it. You might notice that I have an SNL t-shirt on. Tonight during the show, we're going to announce some activities and ways to engage this week and this month. We would love for you to join in and snap a picture of you and your family wearing your t-shirts while you participate. We want to feature these pictures in our episodes. So if you do engage in any of our SNL challenges, snap a picture while you're at it and share it with us on social media. And use the hashtag UALC Sunday Night Live. We'll pull pictures every week from our postings or from your postings using that hashtag, and your kids just might see themselves in next week's episode. You'll be able to find out more information about all these weekly activities on our website, ualc.org/SNL, and also in an email that we'll send right after tonight's show. We will also send an email out to all of our registration list each Thursday before Sunday Night Live so that you can be prepared and join in. And if you're not receiving these emails or haven't registered yet, make sure you click on the registration button on this page. Finally, we are so glad you're joining us for Sunday Night Live, and we would love to stay connected with you and invite you to be a part of our growing community at UALC. If you're looking for ways to get plugged in, you can click on the Stay Connected button on this page or go to ualc.org/stayconnected. Our Bible stories we will be sharing in Sunday Night Live are Old Testament stories of a people hurting and wandering around in the desert. Perhaps that feels a lot like your world right now. I know it does mine. We need the hope of Jesus. We are going to laugh together through Sunday Night Live, and this is not meant as a distraction from our problems. Rather, laughter can be a vehicle that opens us up for vulnerable truth-telling. So my prayer is that our current desert wanderings, that we would receive the truth of the gospel. We're going to be live in just 2 minutes. Live from UALC. It's Sunday night.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Sunday Night Live. Here are your hosts, Kelsey and Joe.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. Wow, this is amazing. For the 4th time, the studio has asked us to be here to host SNL. I think that's a new record, Joe.
Yeah, it's great.
Joe, what's wrong?
Nothing.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Really? Because it seems like you're crying.
I'm not crying. It's just my contacts.
But, Joe, you don't wear contacts.
A bug. It's a bug.
We're inside. There aren't any bugs in here.
Dust mite. It's a dust mite.
Joey!
Okay, fine. I'm just so sad.
Why?
Because it's the last episode ever of Sunday Night Live.
Joe, look at me. Pull yourself together. We are on live television.
No, it's pre-recorded, but still live.
So what are we going to do for our last episode ever of Sunday Night Live?
Since this is our last episode ever. Okay, we really need to stop saying that. Tonight, we thought it would be fun to show you guys some of the grassroots of planning Sunday Night Live.
Before filming started, we had auditions for some volunteers and staff members to see if they were capable.
Acting is a demanding process.
A tiring process.
An excruciating process.
Not for the faint of heart.
So, here's a look back to some of our raw footage from this Sunday Night Live audition.
All right, so it's the beginning of the UALC Sunday Night Live auditions. You guys ready?
I'm ready.
Ready
Okay.
as we're gonna be.
So we're looking for people who can act, sing, dance, be improvisational, all the above. Got it?
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah.
Cool.
Got it.
All right, well, here we go.
Hey!
Thanks
We're
for
very
being here.
glad you're here.
Thank you. It's wonderful to be here.
Okay, we have a few things we're going to ask you to do.
I'm very nervous.
Oh, please don't read her. Take a deep breath and just relax.
The first thing we're going to do is we are going to do a storytelling of David and Goliath, and how whatever we're saying, you don't need to talk or anything. You're just acting out the story that we're about to give you.
And we're going to ask you to play the part of David and the part of Goliath.
Goliath, I've been training for my whole life.
Excellent. So David, the youngest of 8 brothers, was sent to take food to his brothers who were battling the Philistines. At the battleground, the Philistine champion Goliath, a man over 9 feet tall, came out and challenged the army of Israel. If someone is able to fight and kill me, we will become your subjects. But if I kill him, you will serve us. The Israelites were terrified. David, the tiny boy, stepped forward and said, "Don't lose heart. I'll go fight him." Then he chose 5 smooth stones, put them in his shepherd's bag. Goliath, the big Philistine, laughed at and mocked David for using rocks and sticks. You come against me with a sword and spear, but I come against you in the name of the Lord Almighty, the God of the armies of Israel, whom you have defied. David ran quickly toward the battle line to meet Goliath. Reaching into his bag and taking out a stone, he slung it and struck the Philistine on the forehead. Almost in slow motion, Goliath fell toward the ground. No! And struck the Philistine on the forehead. Almost in slow motion, Goliath fell toward the ground. No! Goliath fell in a loud crash. David triumphed with a sling and a stone, and his trust was in God. Thank you.
So the next thing we want to do is we want to test your vocal range.
Okay.
So we're looking for some singers. So go ahead and sing the lowest note you possibly can.
Oh.
Sounds like the magic conch.
Meet me at this note. Low.
La.
Okay, now let's hear the highest note that you can sing.
Gotta get that breath support. Good job.
You can go higher. Go higher. Oh, you can go
You can
higher.
go higher than that.
Beautiful.
Good.
And then the last thing we have for you guys is some charades. So we're just going to give you a couple objects or animals or something, and you just have to act them out. You don't have to do any voices. Just act out whatever we give you.
Okay. Hot air balloon.
Frog.
A murder hornet.
Next shot. Next shot.
I like that one. A fork.
A fork.
He thinks about it so much. I like the different interpretations of fork here. A mean cat.
Rat. That's very close to murder hornet. A cow jumping over the moon.
Okay, we're both. Okay, you'll be the moon.
Graceful cow.
Go. A cowbell. Elsa from Frozen.
Let it go! Let it go!
Okay, so now what we want you guys to do is just take a step forward or so and give us your meanest glare.
Step together,
Yeah.
because it's going to be in a close-up tight shot.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, give us your meanest glare.
You're awesome.
Thank you so much, Mary Kay. Yeah, that glare.
She was good.
Huge.
good.
Yeah.
Good job.
Excellent.
Good job.
Why do we have those? Why do we own that?
That's what we were looking for.
Well, that's all we've got for you, so thank you so
Great
much.
job, Aaron.
Thank you, Aaron. You're awesome.
Well, I think that's everybody.
Oh
We've
my
got some
gosh.
good talent.
We
I
really
know.
do.
That was really
There
fun.
were a lot of forks that were just. All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, that's a wrap on Sunday Night Live auditions. It was fun.
It was fun indeed.
Breaking news. Stay-at-home order has been lifted. Quarantine is over. We can finally go outside. Everyone, call your neighbors. Call your friends. Quarantine is over.
The window is open, so's that door. I didn't know they did that anymore. Who knew they'd ever end this quarantine? For months I've been stuck in my house. No school, no friends, time to get out. I'm so happy I could almost scream. There'll be actual real life people. It'll be totally strange. But wow, am I so ready for this change? 'Cause for the first time in forever, I won't be shut inside. For the first time in forever, we won't have school online. Don't know if I'm elated or gassy from the third frozen pizza this week. But for the first time in forever, things don't look so bleak. I can't wait to see everyone. What if I forgot how to talk to people in person? Today I'm seeing my friends again, real and alive and in person. Their faces aren't in boxes anymore. No more Zoom calls and bad Wi-Fi. My brother I'm back, my sister cries. My dad calling for dinner halfway through. We'll laugh and talk all evening, back together again. I can't believe I get to see my friends. 'Cause for the first time in forever, we can play in the backyard. For the first time in forever, we can ride bikes to the park. And it seems like it's totally crazy that this quarantine is done. But for the first time in forever, normal life's begun.
It's finally done. The quarantine. The kids are out and I can have some peace. Don't get me wrong. Family time I loved, but I'm ready for a bubble bath alone. And it's starting all today.
It's starting all today.
It's agony to wait.
It was agony to wait.
Tell your dad we're going out to eat.
To eat. For the first time in forever,
It's finally done.
we can go to Chick-fil-A.
I can
For
have
the
some.
first time in forever, we can all come out and play.
Excessive
And
Lysol
I'll never complain
wipes.
again about the things I have today. 'Cause for the first time in forever, for the first time in forever, COVID's gone away.
Hey, Timothy. Hey, Rooster. How was your weekend?
Was pretty good. It was good. I learned some new tricks on my bike, and What can I say? They're pretty cool.
So awesome, Timothy.
Yeah, I'm pretty great. How about you, Angelica? How was your weekend?
Well, Rooster and I actually hung out.
What? Seriously? You two hung out without me? During quarantine?
No, come on, dude. You know I wouldn't do that. I have no idea what she's talking about.
What do you mean? You came over to my house and we played Minecraft together. My mom made us snacks, don't you remember?
Minecraft? But that's our game. How could you?
Come on, okay, this is enough. Angelica, stop lying. I did not come to your house and we did not play Minecraft. If you don't stop it right now, I'm going to tell my mom.
I'm not lying. If you didn't come over and play Minecraft, who did?
It was I, Rooster's long-lost twin brother, Buster.
Twin brother?
Buster?
How would we not have known that?
That's right. We were separated at birth, and I was raised at Disney World by the Seven Dwarfs. So, of course, I am very good at Minecraft.
But you showed up at my house on Rooster's bike.
That is also right. Because, well, I stole Rooster's bike. How dare you!
Oh!
Enough! Stop the slapping!
Our lives will never be the same.
That's a little overdramatic.
I don't know what you're talking about. This is a completely normal reaction.
Well, speaking of dramatic, I also have a secret.
Another one?
Don't even gasp, I haven't even told you yet.
You don't have to. I already know your secret.
There's no possible way you could know. It is like a vault. A steel trap of secrecy.
I so totally do. You're a secret agent. From Italy.
No! Angelica, how did you know?
I saw how much gelato he kept in his freezer, and I just knew.
Yes, I am a secret undercover agent. I have been since I was a baby.
How could you? All these years? You were Italian? I thought we were best friends.
I'm afraid it was all a pretend. You foolish, foolish child.
Mommy!
We know that there are so many amazing VBS volunteers out there who have dedicated time and energy to the ministry every year.
We wanted to honor you here on Sunday Night Live, so we asked you to send in your at-home videos.
And boy, did you guys deliver. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, here's FaithWorks, brought to you by our VBS volunteers.
We know about the tough days when the Lord's way seems a long road. We say, think of Jesus, how he freed us, going God's way. Jesus is the light of the world, the truth, the life, the way. When we keep our eyes on Jesus, he will meet us every day. When we place our faith in Jesus, he will show us how to go. When we keep our trust in Jesus, we will grow. Faith works. Faith works. Keep on trusting. Faith Faith works. Trust Jesus, the light of the world. We know about the tough days when the Lord's way seems a long road. We say, think of Jesus, how he freed us, going God's way. Jesus is the light of the world, the truth, the life, the way. When we keep our eyes on Jesus, he will meet us every day. When we place our faith in Jesus, he will show us how to go. When we keep our trust in Jesus, we will grow. Faith works. Faith works. Keep on trusting. Faith works. Trust Jesus, the light of the world. Faith works. Faith works. Keep on trusting. Faith works. Trust Jesus, the light of the world. Trust Jesus, the light of the world. Trust Jesus, the light of the world.
Good evening. Thank you for tuning into the Good News Desk. This is where we bring you only the good news. This is where we bring you the news, and it is good. We have a special report tonight from our favorite UALC dog named Murphy. Murphy used our trusted network of sources, the Good News Howlers, to relay this message all the way from his backyard straight to our studio. And a big shout out to our nifty nature expert, Aaron Thompson, who used his compass and his Howler decoder ring to identify who brought us this message and what it said.
Thanks, Andrea. That's not a good one. Hold on. Thanks, Andrea. No, that's too much. Thanks, Andrea. It's taken a little while, but I'm happy to report that we got our survey results back from Murphy, UALC's favorite dog, and here's what he had to say. Ranks UALC. Oh, that's dumb. I'm sorry. He said, thanks, UALC, for that wonderful survey you sent out through the Good News Holy Howler network of dogs. First of all, we got a great response from the dog community. Almost 400 dogs participated, it says here. We heard back that satisfaction levels are high right now from all dogs in all categories, your small dogs and the large dogs too, and your designer dogs and your mutts. I know sometimes I feel like a mutt, huh? You guys too? This is unprecedented, folks. Dogs in all categories are more walked than ever and are receiving higher amounts of love, attention, and care from all their owners. What a good bit of news from Murphy.
In other news, the UALC cat survey is inconclusive. So far, it's hard to even know if they are interested or engaged in any kind of survey that might improve communications with humans and the cat community. And an update on our Chalk Art Challenge. Good News Desk listeners, you delivered on this challenge in some pretty amazing ways. Let's have a look.
Hey families, Kelsey Bacon here reporting some good news. It's been so fun to see all the ways you've engaged with SNL this week. Friends, neighbors, and families are gathering all over to experience Sunday Night Live. Plus, we have received over 1,000 food bags so far. We are helping Sun Ministries feed kids this summer, so keep packing those bags to help reach our goal of 2,000. Back to you, Andrea.
Let's welcome our UALC correspondent, Pastor Steve Turnbull, to the Good News Desk tonight. Find out what happened this morning in the sermon. Tell us a little bit about that Bible story.
So, Andrea, this is our last desert story, and it is quite a doozy. The Israelites were getting tired of being in the desert. They were hot and tired and worn out, and they cried out to their leader Moses. They said, "Why did you bring us out here? Why couldn't you have left us in Egypt? Did you bring us out here to die? There's no bread, there's no water, and we hate this awful food."
I get it, folks. I mean, my kids in quarantine, they are so tired of my food. They want Chipotle every day.
And here's where things get a little bit crazy. God sent poisonous snakes among the Israelites, and some of those snakes bit people, and some of those people died. And the people cried out to Moses, and they said, Moses, you gotta talk to God for us. You gotta pray for us that we might live. And so Moses did. He prayed to God, and God told Moses that he should make a bronze snake, and then put that snake up on a pole, and anyone who looks at it could remain alive. And that's what happened. Everybody who believed what God said looked up at the bronze serpent, and they remained alive.
Okay, folks. We're gonna need some help with this one. Pastor Steve, every week these desert stories, they just don't sound like good news. Why don't you take us step by step?
It does sound a little crazy, but we find out what it means later when God sends Jesus. Once, Jesus was talking to a man named Nicodemus, and he told Nicodemus that he could understand himself if he understood the bronze snake. He said, just like God lifted up the snake in the wilderness, and whoever looked at it remained alive, so also Jesus must be lifted up on a cross. And whoever looks at him and believes in him would remain alive, not just now, but forever. Jesus is the one who saves us from sin.
Okay, that is the best news I have heard all month from our desert stories, that Jesus, his life, is stronger than deserts and death and viruses and quarantines. Wow.
That's right, this is the best news of our entire lives. And thank you all for joining us this week, for tuning in for this journey with us, and for participating in all of these challenges. And remember, no matter what desert you're going through, no matter how hot and dry or weary you might feel, Jesus is the one who gives us life, the life that is truly life.
Thank you for tuning in all month. We have had so much fun with you here on the Good News Desk. We hope that this fun, this joy and laughter, you can take it into your whole summer, that Jesus is with you everywhere you go. Let's get out there and create some good news this week. Thank you, and good night.
All right, boys and girls, let's get up on your feet to sing and dance with us.
Join us as we sing Trust in God for Today.
Never be dismayed. Jesus has won the battle when we feel afraid. We're gonna say, trust in God for today. We will trust in God for today. Never run and hide. Jesus has won the battle with him by our side. We're gonna say, trust in God for today. We will trust in God for today.
Wow, thank you so much to our musical guests.
Kelsey, can you believe that Sunday Night Live is already over?
I really can't. What an amazing month it has been.
And there are a whole lot of people that we could not have done this without. Thank you so much to Taylor McClintock and GMP for producing this entire show.
Thank you to Andrea Taphorn, our awesome director of children's ministry.
Thanks to Alex Bacon for the lighting and sound on set.
And thank you to all of our amazing guests who participated in each sketch.
Thank you to all of you, all of the viewers out there who watched and shared and used this show to spread the good news of Jesus.
And lastly, most importantly, thank you, Jesus. The reason that we do all of this, we know that he loves us no matter what, and that he is always with us.
So, does this mean that we have to end it now?
I think that it does.
Then let's pray and thank God for all he's done this year through Sunday Night Live.
Great idea. Would you at home all bow your heads and pray with us? God, we just thank you so much for giving us Sunday Night Live and all that you have provided through this awesome ministry. Please bless other people through this ministry. Help us to share your good news through Sunday Night Live. We love you and we thank you. Amen.
Amen. Well, folks, that's our show. Thank you so much for joining us every week here on Sunday Night Live.
Pre-recorded.
But still live.
Have a great night,
Good
everyone.
night, everyone.